Gabe Salinas, welcome on to the Thrivetime Show. How are you, sir?
I am wonderful, Clay. I'm glad to be here with you today.
And just to give people a little context, how long have we worked with you in your business, sir?
A little over 3 years, Clay. We've been together for a little bit of a journey now.
And I think we picked the best of times and the worst of times to work together. I mean, it's like right at the peak of the geopolitical craziness. That's when we started working with you. But you've continued to grow. What kind of growth have you seen over these past 3 years? Just so the listeners know that you do have, in fact, a business that can navigate through difficult times.
Well, we have over doubled our business here at Window Ninjas since working with you. I actually went back and looked through our numbers, and I looked at some of our goals that we had set in the original conversation that I had with your team. And we have surpassed my original number that I wanted to hit with you guys. And I was quite shocked at how, I won't say easy, but systematic it was for us to be able to get to where we wanted to be.
Get ready to enter the Thrivetime Show.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom and we'll show you how to get here. Started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom, now we here.
We started from the bottom, now we're on the top. Teaching you the systems to get what we got. Colton Dixon's on the hooks, I break down the books. Z's bringing some wisdom and the good looks. As the father of five, that's why I'm alive. So if you see my wife and kids, please tell them hi. It's the C&Z up on your radio. And now 3, 2, 1, here we go.
We started from the bottom, now we here. We started from the bottom and we'll show you how to get.
All right, Thrive Nation, I'm very, very excited for you to be joined today with a longtime client, a great friend of the Thrivetime Show, a podcast, and a guy who you can learn a lot from if you are curious about how you can make $1 million. Now, if you're not curious about how to make $1 million, then you probably just want to not listen to this show, or go give yourself a swirly for having listened to this show. A swirly is where you dunk your head inside a toilet and flush. So that's would be your two options here. Either stop listening or go give yourself a swirly. Gabe Salinas, welcome on to the Thrivetime Show. How are you, sir?
Hey, Clay, I'm doing well today. Thanks for asking.
Now, brother, I'm fired up to tap into your wisdom here, and I'm going to pull this up real quick here. I'm going to pull up a little a document, and I'm going to walk people through the 4 steps to becoming a millionaire. And we're going to talk about how Window Ninjas is an option to do it. So step number 1, if you're at home, how do you become a millionaire? You find problems. You find problems that people are willing to solve. What? That people want to solve. Find problems that people want to solve. So at windowninjas.com, what are the problems that you solve?
Well, people have dirty windows in their homes and in their businesses. So we solve that problem for them by being able to clean them interior and exterior wise and make them shine. Another important problem that we solve for our clients is the fact that their gutters fill up with leaves and other debris from trees around their property. And our team is fast and friendly enough to come out there and clean all that debris out without making a mess in their yard. Pressure washing is another problem that we solve for a lot of our clients. Everybody that owns a house or a business property, over time, like anything else, it's going to get dirty and they want that thing to be cleaned up and looking fresh again. And so we're able to facilitate that need and solve that problem for them as well. And a couple other things we do, like keeping people safe by providing dryer vent cleaning and chimney sweeping. And then we have those emotional ticket items where people have a problem of wanting to one-up their neighbor during the holiday season. And so we also provide holiday lighting. So we solve that problem of them not having to put up those string of lights and being frustrated with all of that process over their busy holiday season time. So we go out there and send our guys and we go up and install Christmas lights professionally and make their house look amazing so they can outdo their neighbors and be the talk of the town.
Now, we're joined here with a guy who was born close to yesterday. JT Lawson, welcome onto the show. How are you, sir?
Thank you. I'm doing great.
Now, you were born close to yesterday. How old are you today?
I'm 28.
28 years old. So you wrote a book here called What I Learned from a Millionaire Mentor from your times having worked here in this office.
Yes.
And I'm really wanting to tap into your wisdom because you went to college. At college, did they ever have a class where they said, step 1 to become a multimillionaire? Find problems that people want to solve. Did that ever happen?
Never. No, not once. Absolutely not. No.
Seriously?
No, seriously.
What kind of bass backwards crap did they teach you in college?
Well, there's a class I took that was like a simulation where we're a shoe company and we had to compete with Nike and other things. It was like a simulation, and it took the whole year to do.
I'm getting dumber. I got to move on. Okay. So step number 2 is you have to find a solution that people are willing to pay for. Now, again, I'm tapping in to your wisdom, Gabe. I'm going to go back to JT Lawson, who was born yesterday in just a moment here, but or born close to yesterday. So find a problem that people want to solve. We got the windows, got the gutters, window ninjas. We talked about it, but now let's talk about this crazy idea, Gabe. When did you say, yeah, I could solve that? I could clean that window. I mean, I could do that. I could get that van, get that truck, squeegee that window, clean that chimney, do that dryer vent thing. I could pressure wash. I could do all of this. When did you have that idea?
Well, I'd say somewhere around by the age of around 18, 19. I picked up a squeegee when I was 17 years old out of high school. So I never really, I never realized that it was a problem for people to have dirty windows. You know, I grew up, man. I mean, my mom or dad would grab a bottle of Windex and put it on a paper towel and, you know, clean some of the windows at the house, but we never really paid attention to it as much as our customers currently do. So yeah, when I was 17, I picked up a squeegee, man, and I had a job, and it was like, wow, this is like solving a lot of problems for a lot of different people. I never had an idea that there was so much frustration with dirty windows. And so I'd say right around 17, man, now I'm what, 49. So yeah, been quite many years ago.
Now, again, and correct me if I'm wrong, and tell me if I'm wrong here. You at windowninjas.com, you're franchising, but I mean, you like to hit the gym. You like to spend time with your wife, your kids. You travel often. Could it be safe to say that money is not one of your biggest concerns anymore, that you don't spend your day wondering how you're going to afford groceries or a cost of an airplane ticket to fly where you want to go? Could that be safe to say?
Yeah, that's an honest assessment. Absolutely.
And I just feel like a lot of people now, JT, you were born closer to yesterday. I think a lot of people are like, man, I want to be a millionaire. Yeah. And they just, yes. And they go online, they're watching videos about how to get motivated and find your true self, how to find yourself, belong, how to find alignment, how to get to some sort of synergy. And they're going, and then they end up going, all roads lead to Ty Lopez. And now they're on Ty Lopez. They're watching Ty Lopez and they're going, he's on this jet. He's got this airplane. And he says,
you know what I like more than flying in a private jet like this? My books.
Let's back it up again.
You know what I like more than flying in a private jet like this? My books. Actually not, but I do bring books with me because we were just talking a little bit earlier.
These 3 ladies, we'll call it Team Cleavage, are sitting with him in a jet talking about these books. So Team Cleavage is in the jet with him going, yeah, let's talk about these books. And then if you are so depressed, deprived, manipulated at the end of your rope, whatever the hell that is, you start to go, well, seems plausible, might as well. So then you sign up for this get rich, no money down, whatever the crap, the 67 steps with Ty Lopez. Next thing you know, you click here, let's do it. Oh boy. Oh, the connection to the not secure. Why? It seems so legit. And then you look it up and you're like, Ty Lopez, I gotta find him. This guy's on a jet with the Cleavage team. I'm a single man. I'm a single woman. I need to do it. I need to get rich. He'll tell me how. Cyber Monday. Holy crap. This could be my lucky time. Yes. And then you're drinking Red Bull. You're sipping on coffee. And now you're going, Ty Lopez with Mark Cuban. Holy crap. I should watch this video. And you're, I can't watch it. What do you mean my access is restricted? Show it to me.
All right, guess who stopped by the house today?
Oh, tell me.
What's up, Ty? Mr. Mark Cuban. Everybody knows I like that shirt.
And then you're going to sign up for his Get Rich Quick program. And you know what he does with his program? He sends you summaries of books.
Okay.
That's like flashcards for books. But after you read the flashcards, you still don't have a problem. You got to find real problems that people want to solve. What? And you got to find real solutions, plural, real solutions that people are willing to pay for. And then step 3, you got to sell something. You have to sell your real solutions to your ideal and likely buyers. Not everybody gets to be a social media star. Not everybody gets to go viral all day. Somebody eventually has to sell something to somebody who has a real problem. You have to sell your real solutions to your ideal and likely buyers. Window Ninjas. Gabe, what kind of stuff do you sell at Window? I mean, you have how many locations do you have, and what kind of stuff do you actually sell?
Well, we've got 10 locations over 4 states. And currently, like I said earlier, we're selling window cleaning services, pressure washing services, gutter cleaning service. I mean, we're a service provider. So our job, I tell all of our employees that provide those fabulous services that we offer, they're more than just window cleaners. They are problem solvers. What problem can we take off our clients' to-do list today? What are we going to solve for them? So at the end of the day, we are problem solvers. We're here to solve your problem, whether it's with dirty windows, your house is dirty, you need the exterior of it clean, you got too many leaves in your gutters, and they're not draining properly and they're overflowing every time it rains. The next thing you know, you got a drip, drip, drip on your forehead. You're not happy about it. Hey, man, they just got to call us and we're out there. We're there to fix it.
Now,
we're the solution.
Now, James, this is something I want people to understand here. We got James in my office back here, and he sells the crap out of tickets to our conferences. If you fill out the form to attend one of our conferences, he's going to talk to you. And I say sells the crap out of it. He's going to call you over and over and over. If you fill out the form, I'm not going to cold call you, but if you go to thrivetimeshow.com and you say, you know what, I want to attend a workshop, I'm going to do it. You say, I'm going to fill out that form right now. You go here, you fill out the form. He's going to call you, and he's going to call you probably right now. He'll text you right now. And for most people, it's a very peaceful thing. You fill out the form, he gives you a call. But if you fill out the form and he sends you a call, text, and email, and you don't pick up, JT, you were born yesterday. You've worked in the office for a while. What's going to keep happening?
He's going to call, text, and email you again.
And then again.
And again.
How often will he do this?
All day, every day.
Until somebody cries and buys or dies.
Correct.
Now, this is the kind of profound crap that you write about in your new book called What I Learned from My Millionaire Mentor. And this is the kind of profound crap they do at Window Ninjas if you buy a franchise.
Yep.
If you buy a franchise, check this out, folks. If you buy a Window Ninjas franchise, you're going to get trained up by Gabe and his team, and it's next level training. It's very good training. And how long does it take for someone to learn to become a window cleaning professional with your expert system there, sir?
It only takes 2 weeks, Clay. We can get it done in 1 week and get you in your backyard. If they choose to purchase our high-rise addendum where we're cleaning glass and buildings 5 stories and above, that's an additional week. So no longer than 2 weeks, man. Those guys can be up and rocking and rolling and making people happy and solving their problems.
I want to be very, very, very clear that in JT's newest book here he just put out, which is great, at no point is there like I'm joking on today's show. I call it to learn the 4 secret / obvious steps to becoming a millionaire, because it really is. They're kind of obvious. And now it becomes, well, how do you apply these? So step number 1, you got to find real problems that people want to solve. Step 2, you find real solutions that people are willing to pay for. Step 3, you got to sell your real solutions to your ideal and likely buyers. And step 4, you have to nail it and scale it. So I'll ask you, JT, this question first, and then I'll ask Gabe this. When I say nail it and scale it, you've been here long enough. You've seen me scale countless clients. You've helped me. You've watched, JT, your desk has been next to mine. You've been in the same van with me as we're driving down to road trips and conferences. What does that mean, nail it and scale it?
Yeah. So what it means is you have to figure out all of the systems, and you have to figure out what works. And so you have to have the failure, have the success, and then you figure out a way to where you systemize everything, and then you scale it, which means you have to get it to a place where anyone can understand how to do it so that you can scale it.
And then that requires working and thinking and grinding and moving and being. So let me just show you what it looks like when it's all said and done. So if you go to Elephant in the Room right now and you logged in to my staff page, I'm going to show you going behind the scenes. Here we go. Password protected. Everybody just try to listen to the sounds. See what my password is. See if you can tell. And a lot of times I actually will give away our systems and processes to people at our conferences, because it's not about the systems. It's about the execution of the systems and the systems. But you go to the website here, and if you want the manager opening checklist, guess what? I have that. Who made that? Me. How long did it take? A long time. Guess what? Daily manager checklist. Who made that? I made that. How long did it take? A long time. Weekly shop manager checklist. Who made that? I made that. JT, yesterday you saw me going off at a young guy, one of our employees.
Oh, I did, yeah.
And what was but take out some of the curse words because I need to improve my communication skills. But what did I say to the young guy?
To follow the checklist.
Yeah. I said, your only job is to follow the checklist. That's it.
One job.
That's it. So if you're out there today, if you buy a Window Ninjas franchise, the only thing you have to do is you have to get your team to follow the systems, because you have a call center, Gabe, that calls the leads for them. You have the systems that have been proven to work. You have a turnkey marketing system. So if you're out there today and you buy a Window Ninjas franchise, you have to manage people to implement the system. You got to manage people. So let's talk about windowninjas.com. How much does it cost to buy a franchise? And, what's all required of the local owner?
The cost initial franchise fee is $49,500, all in, purchasing trucks, equipment, things of that nature. You're going to be looking right around somewhere between 150 and 175, depending on what equipment that you choose to purchase and how much of it you choose to purchase. And then what was the other question, Clay? I'm
So
sorry.
you're saying it's about $175,000 to buy a Window Ninjas franchise. Does that money go to you, or are we talking about buying a vehicle with that, or what are we talking about?
Like I said, most of it is in the equipment, purchase of a vehicle. The franchise fee itself is $49,500, and that allows us the opportunity to continue to grow our business and train the new franchisees and get them up and running with some marketing and things like that. So, between 150, 175. Those guys can be up and running and generating income for themselves. And our goal is to get these guys up to 100K fast so that we can get them to 250 fast. And then the next jump is 500. So we're trying to get these guys to $500,000 as fast as we possibly can.
Now, back to part two, what do they have to do on a daily basis? So if you're out there today and you were to buy from me an Elephant in the Room franchise, and I really hope you don't, I'll tell you why. It's going to cost you $350,000 to build a store, to open the store. I mean, it's expensive to open up. That's why people that fill out my form, I always tell them, please do not fill out the form and say you want to buy a franchise from me, because you got to spend $350,000 just on your build out, just on the build out. Then you got to sign a lease that's $5,000 to $7,000 a month. Oh yeah, by the way, then you got to go hire a staff of people and train them how to do it. So a Window Ninjas is a much better opportunity. I mean that sincerely, than buying an Elephant in the Room. It's a much better opportunity. But if you did buy an Elephant in the Room, this is what you have to do every day for me. This is my secrets, okay? You're going to have to gather objective Google reviews from real customers every day. When you don't have any customers, and if you do have customers, you have to put out signs every day offering the first haircut for $1. You got to have the online ads running at all times. You have to do a weekly group interview every single week. You have every week, put out the signs, do the Dream 100 marketing to market your business to ideal and likely buyers. Put out the signs, Dream 100 marketing, never turn off your Facebook ads, do the group interview, pay all your expenses. And you have to do it. And unless you have 750 members, you will not break even. You got to have 750 adults with hair. And by the way, men aren't sitting around looking for a haircut. This just in. The concept of haircutting. I did not invent that. Okay, there's other places that cut hair right now. So when Window Ninjas, what's required from someone if they buy a Window Ninjas franchise right now on a daily basis?
Pretty much the same thing you were just talking about, Clay. I mean, every single day you got to make sure that one, you have your service trucks, they're all prepped and ready to go so that they can go out and do all of the jobs that are on your current schedule and do them well. You got to turn your marketing on. So that means ads, which we handle for them in their corporate office. Ads are being run. Facebook ads are retargeting ads are being done. Getting an honest and objectionable Google review every single day. That's one of the aspects that has to be done every single day. Our online CRM, which is very interactive with our clients, every single button needs to be pushed. We have to give that customer a call on our way out. We have to let them know via text and a little email. We get there, we have to start the job, we have to finish the job. We do the pre and post job walkthroughs with the client to make sure everything's, on the up and up. Before we get there, we understand what their needs are. And after the job is completed, we make sure that they're completely 100% satisfied that the job is completed. And then we have to hit that finished job. So it sends over a little link to that client and says, hey, would you be happy to leave us a review? And then we send that invoice over to them so we can actually get paid. And then once we do that a numerous amount of times throughout the day, we have to come back at the end of the day and we have to do the paperwork. That means we have to do all the accounting. We have to make sure that everything is accounted for as far as the money and the jobs and make sure all of our equipment was in good order and ready for the next day. I mean, it's just a continual cycle of checklists, kind of like what you're talking about with the Elephant in the Room.
Now, JT, again, you were born closer to yesterday, so you get to talk less on today's show than anybody else here. You have to kind of earn that right. It takes about 47 years before you earn that right. Okay. But where do you see entrepreneurs not, because you see the clients that we choose to mentor, and they all have massive success.
All of them, yeah.
But you also see people in the world that are not our clients, because we only work with 160 clients. That's why I think buying a franchise from Window Ninjas is an incredible opportunity for you, because I know the system works. Where do people get it wrong by default?
They get it wrong by default because they don't even know. You don't know what you don't know. So, like I was taught in business school that the SWOT analysis is what's going to make your business successful, and other things like that. So I just learned, like, nothing I learned in business school do you ever actually use to help businesses grow or in your own businesses. So people get it wrong, one, by thinking that going to and getting a business degree in college is going to help you run a business. It doesn't. It actually does the opposite, because it fills your brain with things that don't actually work.
Right.
And so I think that's where most people get it wrong, is have learned this stuff where they read these self-help books by people who don't actually do what they're writing about, and it sets them on the path to failure.
You know what we're going to do on today's show here, folks? Just kind of a fun offer we'll do today. If anybody does go to Amazon.com and you buy a copy of JT's newest book called What I Learned from My Millionaire Mentor, if you buy that book, what'll happen is you're entered in for a chance to win a VIP ticket to our upcoming business workshop. So if you go to thrivetimeshow.com and you just text me proof of purchase to my cell phone number right here, 918-851-0102, 918-851-0102, you are entered in for a chance to win a VIP ticket to our upcoming workshops. They're always sold out. They're always a lot of fun. I encourage you to get a copy of JT's newest book, What I Learned from My Millionaire Mentor, and how this knowledge can launch anyone on a path to making millions. Also today, folks, I encourage you to go to windowninjas.com, fill out the form, and learn more about owning and operating a Window Ninjas franchise. I'm going to give you the final word there, sir. Gabe Salinas, final 30 seconds here. What's your word of encouragement for anybody thinking about buying a windowninjas.com franchise?
Man, my words of encouragement would be, go ahead and fill out that form. That's your first step to success right there. If you don't fill the form out, then you're always going to be wondering if that opportunity is still available to you. So go ahead and fill that form out. It'll come to me. Me and you'll sit down and have a chit chat, and I will fill you in with all the benefits and exciting things that we do over here at Window Ninjas and how it can create a successful situation for yourself.
Gabe, thank you so much for your time, sir. We'll talk to you next week.
Thanks, Clay. Have a good day.
Well, Thrive Nation, we here at the Thrivetime Show, what we do is we help business owners to grow their businesses. The purpose is to create time freedom and financial freedom. And we've had a long time client that we've worked with, and this is sort of like our exit interview, because he's actually exited the business, and so he's at the other end of the rainbow, or he got to the top of the mountain, or he hit his big goal. And I'm honored to call him a friend and a longtime client. Tim Whaley, welcome on to the Thrivetime Show. How are you, sir?
I'm doing outstanding, Clay. Thank you for having me on.
Can you tell everybody, how did you first hear about what we do in terms of business coaching?
I first heard of you through your podcast, actually. So I started listening, was very intrigued. Actually, you had built and sold businesses in the industry that I was in. So it seemed like a natural fit to inquire about coaching.
Yeah.
And, once we connected and you did your, I'm not sure if it was an onboarding interview or it was more of you were going to determine whether or not we were a good fit. I think that was it. But once we did that, I was hooked and was really hoping that you would take me on as a client, which you did.
Now, before I met you, I mean, you'd been in business for a long time, and one would say you were probably the dominant resource or one of the top providers in your industry before we even met. Could you tell the listeners how implementing the Dream 100 system impacted your business growth?
Oh my gosh. So within just a few short years, it doubled our revenue, plain and simple. So Dream 100 was by far the secret sauce for our success, and really the reason why I was able to exit my business ahead of schedule. So just a brilliant program, makes total sense. As a company, it's one of the few marketing/advertising outlets that you have total control over. It's not like you're on, Facebook, which owns Facebook, or Google, which owns Google. But I mean, you own the system, you make it work, and great things happen.
Now with the Dream 100, you have to identify the vendors that you want to refer you, or the prospects that you want to refer. You have to identify the ideal and likely buyers that you want to refer you, and then you have to reach out to them consistently. And you guys have done a phenomenal job at doing that. What were a couple of the challenges of persistently reaching out to people to get them to refer you guys business?
Well, a couple things. One, you just really have to find the right fit. You have to find the right employee or employees. Because really, when you're going out there, you need somebody who's obviously great at building relationships. And that's a lot of different people. But what I found is you also just need a hunter killer. So it's not necessarily somebody who's very personable and great with people, but somebody with those qualities, but also just has like I said, a hunter killer, just has a drive to bring business in. And you find that person and they just make it happen. And we were fortunate enough to find a couple great employees who were just very good at that.
And now that you have sold the business, you're going to stay on as an advisor to make sure that the brand is successful and that sort of thing. What does it feel like to be on the other side of the rainbow, or to be at the top of the mountain, or to be on the other side of selling a business that you started so many years ago?
Well, Clay, it's only been 6 weeks. So obviously some mixed feelings there. But if I had to put it in one word, I would have to say freedom.
Okay. Yeah.
So it feels pretty darn good. And my wife and I are very excited. And obviously we're still, we're still helping the new ownership transition and whatnot. So there's stuff we're doing and stuff to be done. But overall, it's, when you've been hitting it hard for 33 years, and then all of a sudden you don't have to, it feels pretty darn good. Not going to lie.
Now, Robert Kiyosaki, the best-selling author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, I recently interviewed him, and he had me on his show, and it's been kind of fun to connect with this guy who wrote the Rich Dad, Poor Dad series, and it's just fun to connect with him. And he's been talking borderline obsessively on his show recently about it's not what people say, it's what they do. You need to watch what people do, not what they say. And I think a big thing about having a business coach or a personal trainer, if you're into fitness, is if you're into fitness, you need to have a nutritional plan, you need to have a workout plan, and then you need someone to hold you accountable. And if you're a business owner, you need to have a business plan, you need to have weekly actions that you need to implement, and then you need to have some accountability. How has having a business consultant or a coach to guide you down the path, how has that impacted you?
Tremendously. So there's a running joke between my wife and I. I will often say I'm the most consistently inconsistent person you want to meet. So historically, I've been the guy who starts this, goes for a little while, and then, sees I'm like a squirrel, right? I see the next great thing and I'll go after that for a while. And then, so I'm an artist, right? I'm a photographer first and, business guy second, I guess. So you have helped corral my artist brain. And having, the weekly accountability calls and the action plan has definitely helped me stay focused on what needs to be focused on. So yeah, it's been life-changing, nothing short of life-changing.
Now I want to pull up something real quick and get your thoughts on this because, you and I have worked together, I think for what was that, 3 years, or was it, how long did we work together there before you exited the business? Do you know?
We started in 2019.
So 2019. Okay. So we've worked together for quite a while there. And, so 2019, wow. So that's almost 5 years, 4.5 years or so. But if we do a search for carpet cleaning quotes, I've worked with one particular brand for 14 years, I think almost 15 now, and they have 271,000 Google reviews. So for 14 consecutive years, I've been talking to the same ownership about, you have to gather objective Google reviews from your ideal and likely buyers. You have to get reviews, after you clean the carpet, you have to gather video reviews and Google reviews. And we talk about it every week. And it's just like, it's like bamboo. I keep coming back every week. You can't kill it. I come back every week talking about the reviews. And in a world now where people go online to look stuff up, this has been a powerful tool for oxyfresh.com. It's grown from a handful of locations now to 500 plus locations. How has gathering objective Google reviews and video reviews impacted your sales process?
Well, I feel it's a 1-2 punch, Clay. So Dream 100 and the reviews work hand in hand. So the majority of our business comes from the Dream 100, but that's one referral source. So our couples will be referred by venues, but they want to check us out. So then they're going to go online and look for our reviews. So not only do you have to have a ton of reviews, but you have to have a ton of 5-star reviews, and so the referrals plus the social proof on Google brings them in.
Final questions I have for you, then I'll be done harassing you here, is, you now have got all the systems, the scripts, the website, the ads that work, the Dream 100 system going. And so to give people some clarity, you now have a turnkey marketing system in place. I mean, you have a Dream 100 system that works. You now have an online advertising program that works. You now have a sales process that works. It's all documented. It's all systemized for the new owner. So what would you say for anybody out there that is maybe thinking about coming to one of our in-person workshops or scheduling a free 13-point assessment with myself or a member of our team? What would you say to somebody who's kind of on the fence about maybe coming to a workshop or scheduling a free 13-point assessment?
Get off the fence. Just get off the fence. Bottom line. You've helped make my company sellable, right? So those systems is exactly what made our company attractive to the buyer. They were looking for a company that was highly successful, that they could then take and scale.
Yep.
And our business qualified because of what we've done over the last 5 years. And so yeah, I would not hesitate. I've told anybody who's ever asked me about my coaching relationship with you and your organization, I said, I wouldn't hesitate. Never in a million years. You have literally changed my life as a result of what you've taught me.
You have got to come to Tulsa one of these days here. So I know you guys are going to enjoy your retirement or whatever it is you're doing. But at some point, if you ever get the bug and you ever start a new thing or you ever in the Tulsa area, I really want to see you guys. And you have my cell phone number. We can talk whenever. But I want to tell you, it's been an honor working with you. And it's been so exciting to help you hit your goals. And I know you've worked 30 plus years to go on this dream vacation lifestyle that you've built. What would you say to anybody out there that has a business and they feel, my final question for you, they feel overwhelmed by all the systems they have to build and they're not at the top of the mountain. They haven't sold the business yet. It isn't systemized and all they see is perpetual chaos. What would you say to that person?
Just take the next step, right? Every journey begins with the next step. And that next step should definitely be contacting you guys.
Tim,
if they just do that, the rest will take care of itself. You make sure of that. So
Tim, it's an honor serving you again. I appreciate you very much. And don't be a stranger there, sir.
You got it. Thank you, Clay.
Take care, Chief. Bye.
Yep. Bye.
The Thrivetime Show 2-day interactive business workshops are the world's highest rated and most reviewed business workshops because we teach you what you need to know to grow.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you.
And now you may be thinking, what does it actually cost to attend an in-person 2-day interactive Thrivetime Show business workshop? Well, good news. The tickets are $250 or whatever price that you can afford. What? Yes, they're $250 or whatever price you can afford. I grew up without money, and I know what it's like to live without money. So if you're out there today and you want to attend our in-person 2-day interactive business workshop, all you got to do is go to thrivetimeshow.com to request those tickets. And if you can't afford $250, we have scholarship pricing available to make it affordable for you.
The number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year. We are Jared and Jennifer Johnson. We own Platinum Pest and Lawn and are located in Owasso, Oklahoma. And we have been working with Thrive for business coaching for almost a year now.
Yeah. So what we want to do is we want to share some wins with you guys that we've had by working with Thrive. First of all, we're on the top page of Google now. Okay. I just want to let you know what type of accomplishment this is. Our competition, Orkin, Terminex, they're both $1.3 billion companies. They both have 2,000 to 3,000 pages of content attached to their website. So to basically go from virtually non-existent on Google to up on the top page is really saying something. But that's come by being diligent to the systems that Thrive has, by being consistent and diligent on doing podcasts and staying on top of those podcasts to really help with getting up on with their listing and ranking there with Google.
And also we've been trying to get Google reviews, asking our customers for reviews. And now we're the highest rated and most reviewed pest and lawn company in the Tulsa area. And that's really helped with our conversion rate. And the number of new customers that we've had is up 411% over last year.
Wait, say that again. How much are we up?
411%.
Okay, so 411% we're up with our new customers. Amazing.
Right. So not only do we have more customers calling in, we're able to close those deals at a much higher rate than we were before. Right now, our closing rate is about 85%, and that's largely due to, first of all, like our Google reviews that we've gotten people really see that our customers are happy, but also we have a script that we follow. And so when customers call in, they get all the information that they need. That script has been refined time and time again. It wasn't a one and done deal. It was a system that we followed with Thrive in the refining process, and that has obviously the 411% shows that system works.
Yeah. So here's a big one for you. So last week alone, our booking percentage was 91%. We actually booked more deals, more new customers last year than we did the first 5 months. Or I'm sorry, we booked more deals last week than we did the first 5 months of last year from before we worked with Thrive. So again, we booked more deals last week than the first 5 months of last year. And it's incredible. But the reason why we have that success is by implementing the systems that Thrive has taught us and helped us out with. So.
Some of those systems that we've implemented are group interviews. That way we've really been able to come up with a really great team. We've created and implemented checklists. That way everything gets done and it gets done right. It creates accountability. We're able to make sure that everything gets done properly, both out in the field and also in our office. And also doing the podcast, like Jared had mentioned, that has really, really contributed to our success. But that, like I said, the diligence and consistency in doing those and that system has really, really been a big blessing in our lives. And also, it's really shown that we've gotten the success from following those systems.
Yeah. So before working with Thrive, we were basically stuck. Really no new growth with our business. And we were in a rut, and we didn't know
The last 3 years, our customer base had pretty much stayed the same. We weren't shrinking, but we weren't really growing either.
Yeah, and so we didn't really know where to go, what to do, how to get out of this rut that we're in. But Thrive helped us with that. You know, they implemented those systems. They taught us those systems. They taught us the knowledge that we needed in order to succeed. Now it's been a grind. Absolutely, it's been a grind this last year. But we're getting those fruits from that hard work and the diligent effort that we're able to put into it. So again, we were in a rut. Thrive helped us get out of that rut. And if you're thinking about working with Thrive, quit thinking about it and just do it. Do the action, and you'll get the results. It will take hard work and discipline, but that's what it's going to take in order to really succeed. So we just want to give a big shout out to Thrive, a big thank you out there to Thrive. We wouldn't be where we're at now without their help.
Hi, I'm Dr. Mark Moore. I'm a pediatric dentist. Through our new digital marketing plan, we have seen a marked increase in the number of new patients that we're seeing every month, year over year. 1 month, for example, we went from 110 new patients the previous year to over 180 new patients in the same month. And overall, our average is running about 40 to 42% increase month over month, year over year. The group of people required to implement our new digital marketing plan is immense, starting with a business coach, videographers, photographers, web designers. Back when I graduated dental school in 1985, nobody advertised. The only marketing that was ethically allowed in everybody's eyes was mouth-to-mouth marketing. By choosing to use the services, you're choosing to use a proven turnkey marketing and coaching system that will grow your practice and get you the results that you're looking for. I went to the University of Oklahoma College of Dentistry, graduated in 1983, and then I did my pediatric dental residency at Baylor College of Dentistry from 1983 to 1985.
Hello, my name is Charles Colaw with Colaw Fitness. Today I want to tell you a little bit about Clay Clark and how I know Clay Clark. Clay Clark has been my business coach since 2017. He's helped us grow from 2 locations to now 6 locations. We're planning to do 7 locations in 7 years and then franchise. And Clay has done a great job of helping us navigate anything that has to do with like running the business, building the systems, the checklists, the workflows, the audits, how to navigate lease agreements, how to buy property, how to work with brokers and builders. This guy is just amazing. He's this kind of guy has worked in every single industry. He's written books with like Lee Crockrell, head of Disney, with the 40,000 cast members. He's friends with like Mike Lindell. He does Reawaken America tours where he does these tours all across the country where 10,000 or more people show up to some of these tours. On the day-to-day, he does anywhere from about 160 companies. He's at the top. He has a team of business coaches, videographers, and graphic designers and web developers, and they run 160 companies every single week. So think of this guy with a team of business coaches running 160 companies. So in the weekly, he's running 160 companies. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's doing Reawaken America tours. Every 6 to 8 weeks, he's also doing business conferences where 200 people show up, and he teaches people a 13-step proven system that he's done and worked with billionaires, helping them grow their companies. So I've seen guys from startups go from startup to being multimillionaires, teaching people how to get time freedom and financial freedom through the system. Critical thinking, document creation, putting it into organizing everything in their head to building it into a franchisable, scalable business. Like one of his businesses has like 500 franchises. That's just one of the companies or brands that he works with. So amazing guy, Elon Musk kind of like smart guy. He kind of comes off sometimes as socially awkward, but he's so brilliant and he's taught me so much. When I say that, like Clay is like, he doesn't care what people think when you're talking to him. He cares about where you're going in your life and where he can get you to go. And that's what I like most about him. He's like a good coach. A coach isn't just making you feel good all the time. A coach is actually helping you get to the best you. And Clay has been an amazing business coach. Through the course of that, we became friends. I was really most impressed with him is when I was shadowing him one time. We went into a business deal and listened to it. I got to shadow and listen to it. And when we walked out, I knew that he could make millions on the deal. And they were super excited about working with him. And he told me, he's like, I'm not going to touch it. I'm going to turn it down because he knew it was going to harm the common good of people in the long run. And the guy's integrity just really wowed me. It brought tears to my eyes to see that this guy, his highest desire was to do what's right. And anyways, just an amazing man. So anyways, impacted me a lot. He's helped navigate anytime I've got nervous or worried about how to run the company, or navigating competition and an economy that's like, I remember we got closed down for 3 months. He helped us navigate on how to stay open, how to get back open, how to just survive through all the COVID shutdowns, lockdowns.
I'm Rachel with Tip Top Canine, and we just want to give a huge thank you to Clay and Vanessa Clark.
Hey guys, I'm Ryan with Tip Top Canine. Just want to say a big thank you to Thrive 15. Thank you to Make Your Life Epic. We love you guys, we appreciate you, and really just appreciate how far you've taken us. This is our old house, right? This is where we used to live a few years ago. This is our old neighborhood. As you can see, it's nice, right? So this is my old van and our old school marketing, and this is our old team. And by team, I mean it's me and another guy.
This is our new house with our new neighborhood. This is our new van with our new marketing, and this is our new team. We went from 4 to 14, and I took this beautiful photo. We worked with several different business coaches in the past, and they were all about helping Ryan sell better and just teaching sales, which is awesome, but Ryan is a really great salesman. So we didn't need that. We needed somebody to help us get everything that was in his head out into systems, into manuals and scripts, and actually build a team. So now that we have systems in place, we've gone from 1 to 10 locations in only a year.
In October 2016, we grossed 13 grand for the whole month. Right now it's 2018, the month of October. It's only the 22nd. We've already grossed a little over 50 grand for the whole month, and we still have time to go. We're just thankful for you, thankful for Thrive and your mentorship, and we're really thankful that you guys have helped us to grow a business that we run now instead of the business running us. Just thank you times 1,000.
The Thrivetime Show 2-day interactive business workshops are the world's highest rated and most reviewed business workshops because we teach you what you need to know to grow.
You can learn the proven 13-point business systems that Dr. Zellner and I have used over and over to start and grow successful companies. I mean, we get into the specific steps on what you need to do to optimize your website. We're going to teach you how to fix your conversion rate. We're going to teach you how to do a social media marketing campaign that works. How do you raise capital? How do you get a small business loan? We teach you everything you need to know here during a 2-day, 15-hour workshop. It's all here for you. You work every day in your business, but for 2 days you can escape and work on your business and build these proven systems so now you can have a successful company that will produce both the time freedom and the financial freedom that you deserve. You're going to leave energized, motivated, but you're also going to leave empowered. The reason why I've built these workshops is because as an entrepreneur, I always wish that I had this. And because there wasn't anything like this, I would go to these motivational seminars, no money down, real estate, Ponzi scheme, get motivated seminars, and they would never teach me anything. It was like you went there and you paid for the big chocolate Easter bunny, but inside of it, it was a hollow nothingness. And I wanted the knowledge, and they're like, oh, but we'll teach you the knowledge after our next workshop. And the great thing is we have nothing to upsell. At every workshop, we teach you what you need to know. There's no one in the back of the room trying to sell you some next big get-rich-quick, walk-on-hot-coals product. It's literally, we teach you the brass tacks, the specific stuff that you need to know to learn how to start and grow a business. And I encourage you to not believe what I'm saying, and I want you to Google the Z66 auto auction. I want you to Google elephant in the room. Look at Robert Zellner and Associates. Look them up and say, are they successful because they're geniuses, or are they successful because they have a proven system? When you do that research, you will discover that the same systems that we use in our own business can be used in your business. Come to Tulsa, book a ticket, and I guarantee you it's going to be the best business workshop ever, and we'll even give you your money back if you don't love it. We've built this facility for you, and we're excited to see you.
And now you may be thinking, what does it actually cost to attend an in-person 2-day interactive Thrivetime Show business workshop? Well, good news. The tickets are $250 or whatever price that you can afford. What? Yes, they're $250 or whatever price you can afford. I grew up without money, and I know what it's like to live without money. So if you're out there today and you want to attend our in-person 2-day interactive business workshop, all you got to do is go to thrivetimeshow.com to request those tickets. And if you can't afford $250, we have scholarship pricing available to make it affordable for you.